Greetings once again. It's time for Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and very highly recommend. And if you're a James Patterson book, you're going to like this one. This is The 24th Hour by James Patterson and Maxine Paetro. This is published by Little Brown. It retails for $30 in the United States, $39 in Canada, and it has 360 pages. As the title implies, this is book 24 of the Women's Murder Club series, very popular series. And the first book was actually written by James Patterson. Numbers 2 and 3 were written by James Patterson and Andrew Gross. And books 4 through 24 have been written by James Patterson and Maxine Paetro. They really make the dynamic duo, and they make each book truly come alive. These books are very unique. There's usually several subplots, sub-stories in them, and this one is no exception. It begins with the Women's Murder Club members, which are Sergeant Lindsay Boxer, Medical Examiner Claire Washburn, crime writer Cindy Thomas, and lawyer Yuki Castellano in a restaurant. And they're celebrating the upcoming engagement of Cindy Thomas. And suddenly there's a scream from upstairs. So they go upstairs and they find this girl lying on the floor. She's naked except for a bra that's hanging off her. And her name is Mary Ellen Hayes. And she screams, "He raped us." And at the end of the lockers is the assailant, Tyler Cates. Now, it's apparent that the victim, Mary Ellen, has DID, which is dissociative identity disorder. She thinks she's not only herself, but she also thinks she's Lily and someone else. So Yuki, who's the lawyer, she decides to handle the case. And when it goes to court, she knows it will be difficult because not everybody believes that DID is a valid psychological issue. So that's the main story in the book and the most interesting one. There's also another one where a married couple, James and Holly Frick, are murdered within 6 months of one another. They're both shot like execution style. Now they are James is a billionaire, and Holly has lived a good life as well too. Now the question is, who would want them both dead? As Sergeant Lindsay Boxer starts to investigate, and she finds out there are interesting facets of their lives, and those who might want insurance money, but they also is apparent that the couple, especially James, has done things that are not within the law. And so the question is, who pulled the trigger? Was it the same person both times within 6 months of one another that killed the couple? Now there's another story, which is cyber terrorism, which is affecting the hospital in the area. And Lindsay Boxer's husband, Joe Molinaro, he is an expert in cyber terrorism, and so he looks into the case where the cyber terrorists want a lot of money, or the hospital records and people in the hospital will be in peril. So that's the third story. It's not as interesting as the other two, especially the one where the lady has dissociative identity disorder. That makes for a very compelling story and a very classic courtroom case as well too. So the book is really in typical James Patterson style. The chapters are very short. I think there's 115 chapters in the book, many just 2 or 3 pages, which makes the book go by a lot faster. And if you're a fan of James Patterson, and either when he writes alone or whether he writes with his stable of co-authors, and I think he has about 30 by now, these books are really first rate. So if you're a fan of the Women's Murder Club series, this is definitely one you must add to your collection. So if you do purchase it, please let me know if you do agree with my review. I'll be back again very soon with another excellent book. Until then, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.